Hello everybody, it's Holly from Besotted Orchids. Thank you so much for joining me today. I want to share with you a few of my blooms, a few upcoming blooms, and just how my zygopetalum's going. I am very, very excited with the size and growth of my zygopetalum. But this right here is a little sweet scent dendrobium. It smells heavenly. Grapey, raspberry, oh my goodness. It is a beautiful plant. Can you see the little fuzzy little outlining? It's beautiful. You walk through the kitchen, I keep it on my kitchen counter, and oh my goodness. It just, you walk by and you're like, what's that? What's that smell? You turn around, yep, there she is. Very, very nice plant. Now here is a Shibumi Purple Rain. It just opened up. Very pretty. Just circle around so you can see it. It has 2 spikes on it. Where's, oh, there's the other spike hiding back behind. I kind of have a jungle here for you today to look at. I brought out a few of my blooms. Now this one here is something different. This is a rescue from Kroger, hence the shape it's in. But the reason I bought it, even though it was near to done blooming, was because I could see under the little sheath area here that it was going to be producing secondary spikes. So I did like the color on the last flower, so I went ahead and bought it. And look at that. It's going to be a deep purple with a white outline. It's very, very pretty. I think it's doing quite well. If you watch for these the little node areas, it's not going to zoom in. You'll see a little node area. And if you see some swelling, if you see a little bit of pushing out of something, and your orchid that you're seeing is on clearance and it's almost done blooming, go ahead and get that if it's something that you can see that you like. And oftentimes it's going to push out a secondary branch. Now back behind here, this came from Groovy Plant Ranch. This was a little treat to myself a couple weeks ago. Beautiful. This is a Dendrobium Zidane Red. And I did not think it was fragrant, but it is. When it sits over in my window, it emits a nice little fragrance and had two beautiful spikes on that. How pretty is that? Over here is Paragon Honey Butter. Oh, I see, I need to wash my mirror. We're gonna not look at that. Another thing to add to today's list of to-dos. This is the Paragon Honey Butter. I own 3 of these plants. I may be getting rid of one, but it is something that for some reason I really enjoy. So it's kind of nice to have a couple of them lightly scented, not overwhelming, but it has a nice little scent to it. The markings are just beautiful. Very, very nice spike on that one. Now over here, Francine Rose Glow. It's a Bergera. I'm not going to say that correctly. Bergera. 2 spikes. Very pretty plant. And oh, I have all these plants over here now, and I am smelling them. They've all combined. Quite a lot of scent coming off my table at the moment. This here spike, I believe it has 7 blooms coming on it. It is a Bolera Marfitch Howard's Dream. Very tall spike on that. And it's going to be similar to the Shibumi Purple Rain, but much more purple with tiny little dots. It won't have the white lip on it. Okay, now here's something I'm very excited about. I spotted this several nights ago. So we can zoom in on it. Right there, to the right of the plant of the form on the right, is a spike forming. This is my neofinetia. It's right there. This is my neofinetia falcata. And yes, it is riddled with moss. Oh my goodness, it sits in the eastern window in a clear pot. It's really getting some moss going to, some algae going on it. But look at that. I bought this in spike last year from Hauserman Orchids. It's beautiful. The scent is amazing, and just the whole story behind the neofinetia falcata with the samurai sword warriors and back in Japan, ancient times when no one was allowed to own this orchid if you were not royalty. And if you were permitted to visit a royalty member who had this plant, you were told to wear a mask because you were not to breathe on this. So I'm pretty excited that I have gotten this one to set out a new spike. And it's growing very quickly. I just spotted this a couple days ago, and it's already put on an inch of growth. It lives in moss, and I do keep it rather moist. Now I have another one like this, and the root, look at that root. Beautiful root. Over here, more roots. So it's doing really well. I'm pretty happy with it. I have a pink one as well that has yet to bloom because I bought it a little bit younger. But that came from Hauserman about a year ago. Now another one that I did get from Hauserman. Oh, I bought this, well, probably about the same time, about a year ago. This is, I'm going to back up. This zygopetalum measures 2.5 feet across. I am so proud of this. And I hear a lot of people say they struggle with the zygopetalums. They need moisture. They need moisture. I can't say that enough. They love their water. Beautiful spike forming here. You come around here. Turn it around for you. Here is another spike forming. Oh, there's my laundry. Busy day today. When we homeschool, on homeschool days, the house becomes a bit of a tornado. It looks like it's tore through. So I have 1, 2, and there is a third spike on here. It's hiding from me. There's a third spike, trust me. It's a smaller one. Where are you hiding? Oh, there you are. A smaller spike, but there is a third spike forming. So, I just see so many videos where people are really struggling with their zygopetalums. And this is a beast. Lives in my eastern window, lives in sphagnum moss, beautiful coloration, not too dark, not too light. Healthy leaves. It's getting new growth. It's just doing tremendously well. And it is getting a lot of water. That's what I really believe that's the key to this. If you're keeping it in a bark mixture and you're allowing it to dry out, I don't think you're going to have the success. I mean, I don't know about different environments, but here in my home, it wants a lot of water. In fact, one night, I did go to bed and I forgot it was soaking. And she soaked all night long. And the next morning, I came down absolutely horrified that I had left it. But I saw the spikes went insane overnight. It really enjoyed that soak. I wouldn't recommend it, and I would not do it again. But I just don't see any problem with this plant receiving a lot of water. And it is fertilized 3 weeks on, 1 week off with a weak solution of my Better Grow fertilizer. So I don't know. I think if you're having a problem with the zygopetalum, up the water. That's all I know that I'm doing different from what I'm hearing other orchid growers saying. Because I'm not doing anything spectacular with it. I'm not going to any great lengths to, do all these exotic, fancy things with it. It's just a lot of water. And I am pretty tickled to say I have a zygopetalum 2.5 feet across. Or 2 feet across, 2.5, 2 feet. But it is not, and it wasn't this big when I bought it. It has really pushed on a lot of growth. So I'm feeling pretty proud of this one. This is my Advanced Australia. And like I said, it did come from Hauserman last year. Beautiful new healthy growth. So I hope you're enjoying my blooms. I have a few more in bloom. I'm going to share a video later today of my Roy Takanugas. I have two different varieties, the Den Chocolate Chip, and I want to show you the flowers are identical, but much smaller size. So I'll be posting a video of some of the different sizes of orchids probably later on today. Where if you don't have room for a massive Cattleya, you can grow a mini. I have some Cattleyas that are extremely tiny and they bloom. So if you don't have room for huge specimens, there is always an orchid that'll fit just about anywhere. So thank you so much for joining me today, and you have a great day. Please don't forget to like, share, and leave me a comment if you want. Thank you.